Hundreds gathered on Anderson Lawn for the KSU Unite rally on Tuesday. The purpose? To recommit the university's mission to family.
KState family, it's time to get to work.
Classes were canceled for the first time since 1916 for a non-weather related event to give students the opportunity to attend. Students, faculty, and community members spoke at the rally to encourage change.
It's time for all of us to stand up as a family.
From KKSU LD at KState University, serving Manhattan and the Flint Hills family. This is MHK All Day.
Welcome back to another episode of MHK All Day. I'm Isabel Lobby. Thank you for joining us today. Today we have special coverage over recent history that was made by KState University, which some are labeling as the university's way to solve racial tension. With so many racial incidents happening in the KState campus lately, KState administration called for a unity walk. University President General Richard B. Myers said, quote, "We need to have an overdue conversation about who we want to become, what it is that we value, and what are our aspirations. Even though we are different, we are all still humans." Myers emphasized the importance of uniting together in light of that. Families in our community and the KState family on campus play vital roles in society. He made it clear that other people were not going to define the KState family values. Instead, he urged staff and students to unite those values when there is so much anger and hate.
And we are all standing up against racism and all forms of hate. We understand that racism and hate are contagious diseases that are epidemic in our country. I believe KState University has a unique opportunity to lead a conversation in building unity, something that is long overdue, not just here, but in our country.
The Black Student Union at KState has been at the forefront at the call for change. The group is hoping that Tuesday's activities will increase the discussion and the tolerance. Reporter Bridger Howard took a closer look at those students' reactions.
With arms linked and heads held high, members of the Black Student Union at KState walked in solidarity on Tuesday to show their support for a more inclusive environment at KState. Shanika Cabe, a member of the Black Student Union at KState, was one student who attended the KSU Unite Walk on Tuesday.
I think it was important to show the unity that KSU is wanting to kind of encourage. Lately, there's not been much of a connection between all of the students here on campus, and so I think they just wanted to set an example for other universities and for the nation that we're in this together.
Although many students came to show their support for the walk, members of the Black Student Union feel as though the most important part of all of this is what's to follow.
I think it was good for everybody on campus to come together and sort of understand what the problem is, what we're all going through. But you can never really tell until after. And like everybody was saying who was speaking, you have to see how we interact as a family after this to tell if it's really going to work.
The Black Student Union has continued to express their dismay with the racial events that have occurred over the course of this year. Most recently, the racial slurs found on a vehicle that were found to be a prank angered students, especially those in the Black Student Union, demanding legal action be taken. Dale Reese Jr., president of the Black Student Union, spoke at the event about the importance of coming together as a school and looking past our differences.
This was a humongous step for KState, but this can't be the only step. We have to continue to take steps forward and not continue to take steps backwards after this. So that just starts just by continuing to use our voice to hold our administration accountable to the needs that we want, not just us, but the needs of everyone.
This is one of what the Black Student Union hopes to be many steps towards creating an inclusive environment for students at KState. In Manhattan, I'm Bridget Howard for MHK All Day.
Many K-State students and staff, in addition to the Black Student Union, felt the event was a long-awaited and much needed. However, despite being encouraged to attend the rally, there were still many people who decided to stay away. MHK All Day reporter Avery Olson tells us why they chose not to attend.
Many college students wake up wishing their classes would be canceled, but when classes school-wide were canceled on Tuesday for the KS Unite rally, why did some students not take advantage?
As you can see behind me, a lot of K-State students making their way over to Anderson Lawn for the rally that canceled classes at K-State for the first time in over 100 years, but other students are walking over here towards the K-State Union.
Tamika McSwine said she couldn't attend due to homework, but probably wouldn't have anyways because she feels like a rally isn't the right way of solving the issue.
I feel like it's just kind of like a, hey, public, we're not racist, like we come together, but it's not really like a big deal to them.
For some students, such as Melissa Hamilton, she wanted to attend the rally but saw the 2 hours as a good way to prepare for 3 exams in the coming days. She said if not for those exams, she would have been there in support.
Are unifying together as a school. I know that a lot of other schools maybe wouldn't have done this. They kind of would have had little groups do their own little thing, but I think it's really cool having a whole school unified together.
After the rally, student body president Jack Ayers said he knows it will take time to allow all students to buy into the university's vision, and that this was the first step of creating a more unified K-State.
And this is one step, but it's definitely not the only step, and it can't be the only step.
While not there in person, some students did take advantage of K-State's live broadcast feed in the Union, where they could focus on more than just missing class. In Manhattan, Avery Olson, MHK All Day.
Shortly after KS Unite, students and members of the Manhattan community came together in unity once again, but this time to recognize Transgender Remembrance Day. Transgender Remembrance Day is an opportunity to memorialize those who lost their lives to violence based on their gender identity. MHK All Day reporter Raina Garcia has more.
LGBT-affiliated groups at K-State observed Transgender Remembrance Day Tuesday night. While it is not actually observed until November 20th, students and members of the community came together to remember those in the transgender community who have lost their lives because of their gender identification. After spending 47 years of her life as a man, Stephanie Mott transitioned to a woman. She has dedicated herself to helping others who are going through similar struggles, as well as educating others about these issues.
The first time I spoke publicly, it was at a high school gay-straight alliance in the Topeka area, and I spoke for about 5 minutes, and it was kind of icky. I didn't really like it, but then a 17-year-old trans girl came up to me and told me that I had changed her life. And I recognized that by sharing my journey that I had the opportunity to help make a difference in people's lives.
While Mott shared uplifting words of encouragement, the event also confronted the tragic deaths of 24 trans people who were killed in the United States this year. There are nearly 1.4 million adult Americans who identify as transgender. While the evening proved to be emotional for those in attendance, President of the Gender and Sexuality Alliance, Adam Carr, wanted to spread a message of hope.
All of your lives are important. They all matter. You bring the beauty and diversity that this world needs. Don't let anyone take that from you.
In Manhattan, Raina Garcia, MHK All Day.
It's good to see the unity on campus continue after the Unity Walk. If you would like more information about the LGBT organizations at K-State, you can visit the K-State LGBT Resource Center website at kstate.edu/LGBT, or you can visit the Resource Center on campus in Holt Hall, room 207. Last Friday, smoke rose from the fields of the Konza Prairie, but don't worry, it was controlled burned. Let's go down to the prairie to learn more.
Fire is one of the drivers of the prairie, so to maintain prairie, you have to have fire. Otherwise, in some number of years, you'll basically have forest. That's the natural succession of things. So fire maintains the prairie.
Last Friday at Konza Prairie, 2 25-acre sections were burned in order to revitalize the soil.
We're very, very safety conscious. We carry things like automatic defibrillators on the trucks now. We don't like people riding on the trucks. It's just grass, that's burning. We don't want anyone hurt over just burning grass. So it's a big emphasis on safety and keeping a safe, contained fire. I moved up here from Texas A&M in 1999. I started doing burns in the year 2000, so I've got a couple of years out here. There are some pretty awesome sights that you can see. Things like big fire tornadoes. When the sun starts going down and it's a late burn, it's really gorgeous and spectacular. I always learn things talking to the graduate students out here about the research they're doing. So I learn something new every time, and it gets me out of the office. The burns are very therapeutic. You get a lot of exercise, fresh air. But, of course, Konza is an internationally known giant laboratory. So between all the watersheds and the burn treatments and the grazing treatments, it's just a great place, so close to campus that people can come out and do hands-on research. From today's activities, this is pretty routine, pretty low-key. The spring burns tend to be a little bit more exciting just because there's a lot more grass and a lot more area to burn. Today, for me, this is a relaxing day out of the office and a good way to end the work week.
Controlled burns, while they can be dangerous, are important for our ecosystems and help reduce wildfires. At Konza Prairie, I'm Eric Manugian for MHK All Day.
Of course, wildfires are always a concern here in Kansas during the dry season. So if you see smoke and you don't see a trained professionals of call emergency services 911 and just to be safe. Up next, we take a look at some competitive gaming and also how a famous local band made its return to Manhattan.
When I hear the phrase giving back,
it means an opportunity for me to do something for others.
Volunteering exposes you to different ways of life and different people around the world.
They teach you just as much as you teach them.
it allows you to understand the social issues that we face. The only people who can resolve those social issues is us, and that's starting with our community.
I think for me it means just really embodying what it means to be a part of that KState family.
KState athletics team with Courts for Kids, and we went to Costa Rica, a town called Leona Veja.
We went to Dallas to volunteer at Aid Services of Dallas.
I believe everybody should have education, and that's why I volunteer at a high school.
It's a family atmosphere, and we're here to take care of each other, and I think that KState Proud and other things that students do really embody that family atmosphere that we've been taught since we got here.
What motivates Wildcats to give back?
Empathy.
Kindness.
You.
I'm Kathleen from Mining, Germany.
I'm Ginger from Overland Park, Kansas.
I've traveled to London and saw the Parliament, studied in Mexico City, spent the summer in Austria, went skiing in the Alps, and I visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Well, I've been to the world's largest ball of twine.
Can we go?
Of course!
Become an international buddy today and develop new friendships and experience different cultures.
Up next, the world's deepest hand-dug well.
Is it near the Grand Canyon?
A tournament to support the rebuilding of communities that were affected by the recent hurricanes in the U.S. was organized by the KState Esports Club. Reporter Grant Miller has more.
On Sunday, the Esports Smash Club came together for a full day of competitive gaming and fundraising. Esports Club members came together to help support and raise funds for the events. The proceedings went to those in need after the recent strain of hurricanes in the U.S. and surrounding regions. I was able to talk to Kyle Ingram, the one who organized the event, and asked him a few questions about how he decided to use a video game to help people in need.
So my first Smash tournament that I ever went to was a charity tournament. It was for, I believe, cancer, and it was called The Neutral, and it happened up in Nebraska. And so I was seeing how there was a lot of hurricanes that were afflicting families, not just in America, but in the Caribbean islands as well. It made me, I just wanted to reach out to them in some way, and I figured, why would I could just combine something that I love doing and do something good with it.
Super Smash Bros. Has a dedicated fan base, with the majority of players taking part in as many local events as possible. The club is always encouraging new players to get involved, but for many, Smash Bros. Is a long-standing hobby.
I started going to esports club meetings, I think the beginning of my freshman year, so like about a year and a half ago as well. But I started playing Smash before then, and I didn't realize there was a Smash club.
The event began at 1 p.m. and lasted for 7 hours. At any given time, you could see dozens of students competing for first place. Kyle said that the event went as planned, but organizing the event wasn't as easy as he has expected.
The biggest obstacle we had was the football schedule, and like football is a huge thing here at KState, and so working around that schedule. We did originally it was going to be on November 4th, but unfortunately there was another big event going on in Missouri that was also a charity event.
Kyle stated that he felt like the event was overall a success, and he was hoping for more in the future. From the Student Union, for MHK All Day, I'm Grant Miller.
If you are interested in joining the Smash Brothers Club, they meet every Friday night in Durland Hall. Our very own Grant Nicholson had a fun night out yesterday, checking in on a former Manhattan area rock band who reformed for one weekend only.
Last night at Annie Mae's, Truck Stop Love, also known as TSL, took the stage for the first time in over 2 decades as their reunion mini-tour kicked off in the same spot the band began.
We practiced almost every day, and that's when we started to get better and the songwriting got better. We started getting more shows, so it took a more of a serious turn then that we could actually do this.
TSL came up in the early 90s when live music and garage rock was skyrocketing in popularity.
Well, it was a really good time for live music because live music was a really cool thing to do, and so people supported local bands. And so we could play a show and have like, good 100 or 200 people there who were just local music fans.
Despite eventually being signed to a major label, the band continued to rock the anti-establishment theme of the 90s.
So basically, like if the sound man would say you have one more song, we would play like a 25-minute song.
We're going to play that song tonight, by the way.
Now, most of the time when I listen to music, I use these, earbuds, but tonight I'm told I need a different instrument, earplugs, and what's sure to be a rocking show. The reunion tour offers a unique opportunity for the band to regroup after scattering across the Midwest.
It's just a great opportunity that we all appreciate, being able to get together. We're all still alive, can all still rock. And just, for me, it's just being with the guys and playing, practicing. I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but practice sure was great.
The band recently released a new LP with previously unreleased songs and demos from the band's early days, and continues their tour this weekend with a show in Kansas City on Friday and Lawrence on Saturday. In Manhattan, Grant Nicholson, MHK All Day.
For more information on Truck Stop Love, you can go to their Facebook page to purchase their new LP or find addresses for their final 2 shows this weekend. Coming up, we take a look at how members of the Manhattan community spend their Thanksgiving.
What a coach, what a program. Now they give him the dunks. He gets number 200. Now he's going to throw far side. Jordy's got it against the lead 40. Here comes Lockett. Look out. He can move. He was drilled by Reggie Walker. On the field, perfect throw. Pringle down the sideline. Touchdown.
I know a spot that I love full well.
'Tis not in forest, nor yet in dell. Ever it holds me with magic spell.
I think of thee, alma mater.
We'll carry thy banner high. Long, long, may thy colors fly.
Hail to thee, thy children will swell the cry. Hail, 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 alma mater. I'm Ngọc Trân from Đà Lạt, Vietnam.
I'm Raphael from St. Mary's, Kansas.
Mình nói cả tiếng Việt và tiếng Anh.
I only speak one language, unless you count Pig Latin. Oh, you don't? Okay, one language.
I'm new to KState and want to experience everything I can in Manhattan.
I'm hungry. Do you want to go eat some ice cream?
Sure.
Become an international buddy today and develop new friendships and experience different cultures.
How do you say Wabash in your language?
What's a Wabash?
Thanksgiving is a time of thanks, and reporter Tyler Waymeyer hit the streets to find out how students and faculty will be celebrating their holiday.
I was given the chance to ask students and faculty how and where they were celebrating this Thanksgiving holiday.
Thanksgiving is the holiday that began as a day of giving thanks for the blessing of the harvest for the prior year. But as the years have gone by, it's become more of spending time with friends and family.
We just have like a bunch of our cousins come up, and we just like get in one big group. Just have a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I'm going to Topeka to be with my in-laws, and then my parents are also coming over from Kansas City. So don't really know what traditions are going to be looking like yet, because it's kind of new.
Well, I am actually looking forward to welcoming home my husband who lives elsewhere and my son who is at college home for the holidays, but we will be traveling to my husband's family's in Hutchinson.
Yeah, so I'm just going home to Larned, Kansas, and the only tradition we really have is just to eat a lot of food.
So I'm from Madison, Alabama, so I'm out of state. I'm going home on Tuesday, so I'll be there Tuesday through Sunday. I'll stay here, work on studio for architecture till then. Traditions, we just try and like hang out as a family.
When I asked students and faculty about their favorite dishes for Thanksgiving, their answers varied.
Favorite dish? I really like green bean casserole.
Definitely turkey with gravy on top.
I like the whole turkey spread, but my favorite would be oyster dressing.
Probably the pecan pie.
Green bean casserole / cream corn.
But Thanksgiving isn't the only thing that takes place next Thursday, as Black Friday starts that night. When asked if they were going Black Friday shopping, their answers were all the same.
I hope not. I would prefer to not go Black Friday shopping. If I do, it'll probably be for furniture, which is kind of a big item physically.
I don't usually go Black Friday shopping. My mom usually does for me, so yeah.
I do not know what the big items are going to be, and I do not participate in Black Friday shopping. That scares me. I like it. I see it as a spectator sport. I'm happy to read about it or listen about it in the news afterwards.
In Manhattan, I'm Tyler Waymeyer with MHK All Day.
I know I am very thankful for many things in my life, and I cannot wait to spend time with my family and friends this Thanksgiving. For those of you who are planning to do Black Friday shopping, stay tuned to find out some ways what are the most popular items.
We are groundbreaking educators, laser-focused on inspiring students and sparking solutions. We are dedicated professionals, keeping campus safe, accessible, and inviting. We have big responsibilities, entrusted with serving our community and world. We are Kansas State University faculty and staff, and we have many titles, but one vision: always put family first. What turns profession into passion? Selflessness, integrity, you.
I'm Kathleen from Meiningen, Germany.
I'm Ginger from Overland Park, Kansas.
I've traveled to London and saw the Parliament, studied in Mexico City, spent the summer in Austria, went skiing in the Alps. Oh, and I visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Well, I've been to the world's largest ball of twine.
Can we go?
Of course!
Become an international buddy today and develop new friendships and experience different cultures.
Up next, the world's deepest hand-dug well.
Is it near the Grand Canyon?
We are a family that does not tolerate discrimination of any kind.
A family that believes diversity, inclusion, and sportsmanship are expectations.
A family that is supportive and seeks to promote a positive environment.
A family that treats all people with respect and dignity.
No matter their color, creed, gender, ethnicity, or sexual orientation.
We are an empowered family.
Who empowers family.
Welcome to KState. This is who we are.
What ignites inspiration? It's sparked in every victory, every banner carried high. It's lit in traditions that bind each generation together. It's found in the people who push us to never settle and who serve those without a voice. It's iconic. It's groundbreaking. It's a new generation of world changers and answer seekers. What ignites inspiration? Tradition, passion, you.
Thanksgiving is a holiday many families look forward to, and not just for the good food, but for the awesome tech deals. As you and your family get ready for Black Friday, MHK All Day reporter Maya Hodge joins me to fill us in on what items might be flying off the shelves.
Yes, Isabel, and I don't know much about research in tech and price matching, but I did do my research and I think I'm ready to start shopping for the best deals.
Awesome.
So all the major stores like Walmart, Target, and Best Buy will have some pretty good deals, but you want to make sure that you're going to the place that has the best deals. So it's probably a good idea to do your research before you go. So do you like playing video games, Isabel?
I'm not a huge video gamer, but I know I have some family members that are going to be wanting those for gifts this year.
Same. I'm terrible at video games, but my boyfriend loves playing them, and so I'm thinking about some video games to get him. Walmart has the most popular video games for $30 to $60. However, Best Buy has the same games for $25 to $35, so it's a lot cheaper. Best Buy also has the PS4 for $200 and the Xbox One for $190, which is a lot cheaper than what they were when they first came out.
Awesome.
Yeah. So do you like listening to loud music when you're at home?
I definitely like music, so yeah.
Yeah, me too. And a good speaker, which is really cheap to do that with, is the Google Home Mini. It's only $30 with a $10 gift card, and that's available at Walmart, Target, and Best Buy for this Black Friday. So are you one of those people who has to have the newest and latest phones when they come out?
Yeah, I kind of like to be keeping up with all the new iPhones and stuff like that. So
Same. I don't like to always feed into it, but everybody likes something new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
So Target has a really, really great deal that they offer a $250 gift card for free with a qualified purchase and activation of the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. Now, this is the iPhone 8 Plus, and it's really nice and really great. However, it is very expensive, about $700 or $30 a month. Yeah, but it's a really great phone. They also have that same deal where they offer a $300 gift card with a qualified purchase and activation for the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. And that's a little bit more on the expensive side, about $750 or $36 a month.
Okay.
But it's really nice. Do you have cable at home?
I have one at my house back in Kansas City, but not here at school now.
Yeah, many college students don't have cable here.
Mm-hmm.
So a great deal that Target is offering and Best Buy is the Fire Stick with the Alexa voice remote. It's only for $25, and that's pretty sweet considering cable is very expensive.
Awesome.
Trust me, Isabel, there's a lot of good deals out there for Black Friday this year. You just have to make sure you get out there early and do your research before you go so you know who has the better deals.
Well, thanks for that advice, Maya. You definitely got me prepared to go Black Friday shopping. But that's all the time we have for this week, so thank you so much for watching.
This is MHK All Day.